Between 2000 and 2013, more than 1,000 people in the United States were killed or wounded from an active shooter situation. Have you ever thought about what you'd do if put in that situation? WENY Samantha Potter went to an active shooter response training in Corning to learn what a retired state trooper thinks the public should do to stay safe. Samantha?
Logan, when the San Bernardino shooting happened last year, the shooter killed 7 people in 1 minute. It took police about 4 minutes to arrive on scene. Local retired police officer Tom Huffman says it's the surrounding public who are the real first responders, which is why it's our job to know how to respond to an active shooter.
REEACT. That's the method retired New York State police officer Tom Huffman uses to teach people how to react during an active shooter situation.
Sure, odds are obviously that we're never going to encounter an active shooter, hopefully, but somebody is going to. It could happen to anybody and at any given time.
The first step, prepare to defend yourself, whether that's keeping a baseball bat in your office or scissors on your desk.
Again, be aware of the surroundings. If it's an area that they're spending time in every day, their office or home or wherever it might be, have things that you know that you're going to use ahead of time. You don't want to have to guess or have to try to improvise when, the stress level is high.
Recognize. If you hear something out of the ordinary, pay attention. Huffman says gunshots don't always sound like they do on TV. Once you recognize what's going on, Huffman says your next move is to run and escape.
The best thing to do is not be there when it occurs. All right, if you can get out of the building, get out of the building. Any fight you get in, you can lose.
If you're not in a position to run or leave the room, Huffman says hide. Make sure you're hiding in a place that would protect you from bullets, like behind a concrete wall rather than a wooden door.
Try to keep away from the killer. Try to keep the killer out from where you are. As a last resort, then you have to fight.
And as mentioned, your last option may be to fight, whether it's throwing objects at the shooter or trying to take away the gun.
But what you have to do is think ahead of time and know that I'm going to be afraid. That's okay. I still have to do whatever it is I have to do, even if it's fighting a guy with a gun.
And lastly, treat the wounded. Huffman says it's critical everyone know basic CPR and how to treat a victim.
Huffman says the big takeaway for what to do in an active shooter situation: run, hide, fight. Fighting being the last resort, because any fight you're in, you could lose. Reporting in the studio, Samantha Potter, WENY News.